Hey guys, and welcome! Today, quite a weird topic to be honest. That's probably due to the fact that it actually was the last one on my list of topics of videos to produce before EA Play. I'm officially out of ideas until the 9th of June. But what is this one about? Battlefield 1 being casual again, DICE limiting good players with certain mechanics. I have to disappoint you if you thought so, because this time I actually want to take a look at the skill matchmaking in Battlefield 1 and this whole skill mid-round balancer that was introduced to us practically at the end of Battlefield 1's life cycle. Not sure when it was, but I suppose it was last DLC, the Apocalypse? Whatever, that's totally irrelevant in this discussion. So how exactly do good players get punished? And yes, I personally think that I'm a good player, at least in this discussion. Those are my statistics, if anyone is wondering, and actually, at the time of me recording the voiceover, I have not even looked into those yet. I'll just add them in the after edit, but I suppose I have around 3 KD, 2000 points per minute, and you see the other statistics. The point is, after you start hitting certain numbers, you will be put in the losing team pretty much every single time you join matchmaking. Or it's not even about matchmaking. Even if you join server from a server browser, still the matchmaking will choose which team you should be in, and it will put you in the losing one. And before anyone calls me a hypocrite saying that I want a balanced game but I don't want good players to be in a losing team, honestly, I have no idea how to solve this issue. I really don't. Usually I would propose something, but this time I'm totally out of ideas. Because if we want to balance out teams, realistically there has to be the same amount of good players and bad players on each side. At least in theory. So if I don't want good players to be put in a bad team, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm fully aware of it. It's just that for me, as a player who hits certain numbers statistic-wise, it's just underwhelming that every single time I join Battlefield 1, and as I've said, whenever I do it, it doesn't matter if I use matchmaking or if I do it from the server browser, whenever I join a server, I'm put into a losing team. And as I've already said, it's quite underwhelming if I have to play 5 rounds and I'm losing in every single one of them. And it's not because my individual performance is bad, my statistics are really good. I'm on the top of the scoreboard, I'm scoring tons of kills, while defending objectives or attacking them, staying with my team, resupplying them. Mainly resupplying, I wasn't really reviving as I wasn't playing medic today, but every single time I join, I play my class. I basically play the objective and, additionally, score a lot of kills, which is a great combination in my opinion. But the problem is that even if I do it and I put 110% of my performance into playing the game and actually try harding as much as I can to carry it to the win, I can't do it because I'm matched with teammates who are not capable of anything. And this problem really does go beyond Crrafty complaining that he's being put in the bad team, because I personally think that there is a big fundamental problem with Battlefield 1's player base, or with Battlefield 1 community in general. Majority of players who play the game are not properly educated how to actually do it, to enjoy it and to be effective. I mean, of course, you have all of those people saying play for fun. I do play for fun myself, but I wouldn't find it fun if I was to play the game with 31 of my teammates on the server and I wouldn't be doing anything for them. No healing, no resupplying, no spotting, not even covering them from the enemy fire or actually scoring kills on the enemies that would try to kill my teammates. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of Battlefield. I just think that players have wrong approach or they're not properly prepared for playing the game before they join the server. Because even if someone has low KD, let's say 1 KD, because they're not great at shooting, they're not great with 1v1s, I totally get it. When I started playing Battlefield games with Battlefield 3, I was so happy when I reached 1.0 KD after like 3 months of playing. I was terrible when I started out, but when I was terrible at shooting and fighting enemies, I was doing other things, such as reviving my teammates, trying to defend flags, at least as much as I could do it, and resupply them, help them with spotting, repair them, like all of the stuff that I actually could do and I was capable of. And currently, I feel like majority of players are going into the game with mentality that they've just watched their favorite YouTuber playing Battlefield, he was quickscoping everyone around or winning some crazy 1v5s or 1v10s, and they want to do the same. And they don't care about their teammates. And in the end, we see those players having like 1 kill, 15 deaths at the end of the round, sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard without any points. Because instead of helping out the team, they were only trying to go for the kills. And if they can't play the game yet, obviously, they're not gonna be really successful with those. I know that I went quite off the topic with this video, but as I've said throughout it couple of times, I really don't see a solution that can be applied to the matchmaking to just solve the whole problem. I don't want to sound pessimistic while saying this, but I kind of feel like we are going backwards when it comes to Battlefield community instead of progressing and getting smarter and better players. I'm not trying to offend anyone by saying this, but if I compare the gameplay and the amount of team play I had in Battlefield 3, it's just, you can't even compare it to what's going on in Battlefield 1. Of course, it's never been perfect, but it was way better than what we currently have. And that would be it for this video, guys. Before you click off, and I'm sure you already want to do it, I just want to remind you that 2 days ago I've created my own Instagram account, and while it's not really active yet, I'll kick it off with my EA Play trip, which in fact begins on Thursday. So if you want to see it, Instagram stories from the event, from the travel, backstage, exclusive stuff, everything that's interesting about EA Play and no one else is showing, make sure to follow it. We might even do some Battlefield 5 giveaways there, if I get my hands on the copies during EA Play, but as we all know, it's not really that hard to get such copies during those events, so another reason to follow. But without talking any longer, as always guys, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.